Hi, Cancerians. I hope that you're all doing well today. As I have more time and I'm not so crazy with work, I'm including a few more readings. So I figure I'll stick with the water babies for now. But if the message resonates, it doesn't matter what sign you are. You're welcome to watch the video. And of course, cross watchers are welcome as well. General messages won't resonate with everybody. So just take what does, leave the rest. And if it doesn't resonate at all, it just means it's not for you this time. And not a big deal. Just keep checking back and maybe the next one will resonate for you. If you can't wait for that, you can definitely book a private reading. And thank you to everybody who does. You can find a link to that in the description box below. So my Cancerians, what have you got going on for love? That's what I want. That's what I want. Just gonna pull out the cards here and then I'll get the overall theme. Oh, very sweet. Very sweet. So this could be for anybody in a love situationship, and it looks as though from the cards that are coming out, this would be somebody who, wow, somebody who is thinking about somebody from their past, wanting someone from their past. It's possible that there was some getting to know each other going on. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I feel as though you guys may have gotten together, you may have had a connection. I don't think that it was a long connection. I think that it was getting to be something serious, but maybe something scared you or something scared off the person that you were dealing with. And I feel as though you were talking with friends, you were getting some input, maybe even you got some support because you felt upset. Maybe you were really hoping that this would be the one, or that this would be something that would take off. And maybe through the discussions with your friends, and this could also be the other person's energy too, it was decided that somebody needed to make more of an effort, whether that be you or whether that be the person that you were thinking of, because I really feel that this is a past energy. So I feel as though either someone's trying to make the effort now, or they will be trying to make the effort. And it says worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I feel upon reflection here, something amazing came to light for you, or the person you're dealing with. And now someone realizes, look, this is the person that I want to be with, and I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to wait for the reconciliation, because maybe at a subconscious level or energetic level, you feel this person coming back for you. That's beautiful. You feel them coming back for you, or you want to go back to them. But you are definitely in the past here, my Cancerians. So let's get some clarification on this getting to know each other. Although it's pretty straightforward. You could have been dealing with a Pisces, okay, the moon card. But there were some fears. There were some subconscious fears that came up here. And like I said, there was a spooking of some sort. Somebody may have felt afraid and maybe didn't know where this was going. Maybe it was just taking some time to manifest into an actual relationship. So somebody just thought, well, this isn't going to happen, so I'm running away. Or again, it was just fears. What is the moon energy, please, Spirit, for Cancerians? Right. Fear about whether or not it was going to be supportive enough. So interestingly, when I look at this make the effort now, that would make sense. If there were fears and issues around how much somebody was giving to a connection, which I'm looking at here, that very well could have been why this fell apart. There was a lack of effort. Perhaps somebody was giving to somebody else, to a third party. Could have been investing their time too much into work. Could have been investing their time into other people, places, or things. And maybe you felt as though you were begging for attention and it just wasn't making you happy. So it's possible that you went to your friends and you had a discussion about it and they helped you get a different perspective. Perhaps they let you know that, there we go, there's that loving, nurturing energy, the Empress. Maybe they let you know that it was time to be nurturing, be loving, be the Empress, show up, right? Reach out, be there for that person, nurture the connection. So I feel as though you received some support, or the person that you're dealing with, they went to their friends and now they've realized that they didn't put in enough effort into the connection. And because of it, I think that there was a new perspective about effort being needed, which would make sense as to why this Empress energy is falling just before make the effort. I feel that this was a real epiphany, that this is what came clear, right? That was the clarity that was needed, was more attention and more work needed to be put in. Maybe it was a matter of opening up more, talking more. What is that, Empress, please? What is that, Empress? But that's beautiful energy. Some of you may have had a motherly influence as well. There it is. Being passionate, opening up, right? It's having that fresh perspective. And now I feel like the spark has come alive again. And now maybe someone's willing to be more open. They're willing to show that side of themselves that possibly they were afraid to show in the past. That Ace of Wands is a beautiful new beginning. And also it speaks to good news or starting something, right? And physically starting something. There's this spark. There's initiative, enthusiasm as well. Somebody, I think, finally sees that there could be potential in this connection. And that there's growth and excitement, right? And somebody, I feel, is going to be very bold and very daring. Whether that's you or whether that's them. Somebody is going to be very bold and they're going to make a bold move. And that could probably be the reconciliation piece. If perhaps you're already in a relationship, it could just mean a new chapter in the relationship that brings a new lease of life, right? Maybe getting engaged or buying a house or getting married, or even moving for that matter. Maybe you'll be moving in together. And maybe that's why you have friends helping you out, right? As you've been getting to know each other, you've decided that this is worth it, and now you're going to move in. And maybe you're just in the process of waiting to find the right home, right? In order for you guys to move in together. That's just for a select few. Circling back to the original theme, there is definitely going to be a bold effort made by somebody here. And the fun and the excitement and the spontaneity, there'll be some fun and sexy nights, I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely going to be what the effort is about. And if you are single and the reconciliation doesn't apply to you, if you have your eye on somebody and you're just not really sure, Spirit is saying, go for it. Go for it. Okay? So let's see what this worth the waiting for is. I think that has to do with some who might be reconciling. You're wondering if it's worth it. There you are, Cancerians. There you are. Chariot energy. Beautiful. Moving forward. And that's fast movement. Overcoming challenges. And I feel too that in the time that you were apart, if you are waiting for someone from the past, I feel that you were able to overcome some challenges, and they were as well. There were things that had to be looked at, you know, through introspection. And maybe you've both, I could love you more. I could love you more. That's what I'm hearing in my head. I could love you more. So maybe someone figured that you know, I didn't do enough. I didn't do enough to keep my Cancerian. I didn't do enough to let them know that they meant everything. I didn't fight hard enough. I didn't stick it through when maybe there were little hurdles to overcome. And now they want that changed, which brings me to the reconciliation piece. I love this. It's beautiful reading, actually, and I'm really feeling it in my heart. There's this longing. Okay, and that could be why, with the next card that came out, that could be why the reconciliation or the worth waiting for has come out just before the reconciliation, is because right now somebody's on the fence about it. Okay? I'm getting a sense of a fear of rejection, or it could be just an ego thing that if they reached out, they don't want to get rejected, right? But I feel like the situation is in a stalemate, or maybe you called a truce at the moment, maybe just sitting on the fence. But it also speaks to facing fears and facing the denial. But we have the fears back here, and I think that's what is being faced right now. Okay? So whether that fear is insecurity, anxiety, I feel that this is somebody who could block their emotions. They could hide their emotions a lot, just like you do. So maybe it's even you. But the thing is if there was a delay on this, I think it's because they're learning how to process their emotions. Because once they're not blocking them, then they can flow, right? And what are emotions? Energy and motion. That's being able to be loving and nurturing. If you and your partner, if you are in a relationship already, and you guys have been arguing a lot lately and cannot agree on an important relationship decision, maybe you've just called a temporary truce. Or if not yet, you will. You'll call a truce and may need just a little bit of time and space to consider, you know, the pros and cons of a situation to determine how to achieve an agreement, right? For others of you who are thinking about this person from the past in which this spark has come back alive, I think it's great because not only are you going to have an opportunity to reconcile, but maybe you're even going to choose not to. Maybe somebody new has come along that is trying to make the effort for you. But regardless here, you're being loved. Maybe you went to your mom for some advice, but I think that right now it's just at a bit of a stalemate because somebody didn't want to see how certain behaviors were affecting the connection. But now this is going to be healed, and I see it as coming back together. Look at that. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Energy, King of Cups. Somebody hiding their emotions. They are emotionally balanced, but they just don't show it. And maybe that's why you felt like you were always begging. Maybe you just wanted to hear those words. Maybe you wanted to hear, I love you. Maybe you wanted to hear, I need you. Maybe you wanted to hear, you know, how you impact their life in a positive way, right? Because that's intimacy and that's intimate bonding. But without those words and without that communication, right? Because this is swords and it's about communication and a lack of communication. Maybe because that bonding wasn't happening, that's what made you feel as though, you know, what am I doing here? It just wasn't clear. You weren't feeling loved and nurtured. So it's possible that this will be communicated, and once it is, this person may open up, or they may not. They may still have a hard time opening up their emotions, but if you're wondering if they care about you, they do. So let's get you Another card here. Dry desert, see? There you go, 31. It felt dry. It felt empty. It felt desolate. Like there's nothing there, right? Maybe it just felt empty. And because of the fact that there just wasn't that passion. But now I feel like somebody is digging deep and they want to make some changes to come back. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, let's get you some advice and then I will close off your reading and wish you an amazing day. I don't know where my advice cards are. Spirit, what do I do with them? Give me 1 second. Thanks, you guys. So here is your advice card. Surrender fear. There you go. Sometimes what happens is if somebody's not showing us enough love or affection or saying the words that we want to hear, we can feel afraid that there's something wrong with us, that we're not good enough, right? It triggers us. But this card is saying, let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions. Yes, because I feel like there is going to be a solution here with this reconciliation. And celebrate every baby step forward. Baby step makes sense, right? Because of this chariot energy. It's overcoming obstacles. So just take it one step at a time. And most importantly, it's these subconscious fears and those stories that we tell ourselves. It's like, oh, if somebody doesn't tell us that they love us, then they don't. Okay, no, that could be an opportunity to just look at the situation and see how they're acting. Are they trying to show you that they love you through their actions? Maybe they're that type of a person, right? Especially with this make the effort. Maybe the way that they show love to you is through giving, maybe gifts, right? Maybe money, whatever be the case. But maybe they show their love through action as opposed to words. And maybe if you need more displays of affection and such, you can tell them about your love language. And your love language is that you need the hugs, the kisses, and you need to be able to hear the words because the words mean more to you than physical expressions, right? All right, my beauties, surrender the fear. Don't tell yourself that they don't love you if they're not saying it. And see what happens, right? And of course, don't give your power up to a tarot reader. If things were difficult in the past and it was too hard, then don't go running back, okay? You have to discern and make that decision for yourself. Listen to your intuition. If it doesn't feel right, that it's not right. And if you're still confused, write down the pros and cons on a piece of paper of what it would be like to get back together. Take each situation that you've experienced and try to work it through. Try to really dissect it so that you can get clear on what it is that's going on. All right, Cancerians, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.